I think some people, they will talk poorly of these. I think it's because of the proof. Because it's very popular these days for you to love hazmat whiskeys. And personally, I think hazmat is so overrated.
Yeah.
So I think that by all means, hate on these. I'll buy them.
Right. Welcome to Whiskey and SV. I'm your host Sam, and tonight we're going to be drinking some Russell's 15 and Russell's 15 adjacent products. Or maybe after tonight we'll say some Orphan barrel and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm joined by my good friend Ralph.
Nice to be here, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Ralph. So what is the purpose of this episode?
Well, I guess the purpose was the first time I had Russell's 15, my initial thought was it tastes like a proofed up version of Rhetoric 22. That was my first initial thought. And I always wanted to put it into a blind just to see how it would do. Especially because in some markets you can get this cheaper for Russell's 15. So I just thought it'd be interesting to put it up against my two favorite Orphan barrels, which is the Barter House and the Rhetoric 22.
Awesome. And the first time actually you brought this over, I think you gave me a sample and it took me a really long time to try it.
Not that long, just a year.
When we did try it, I think it was actually on my birthday when it came over.
That's right, yeah.
We tried this next to a Russell's 15, and I was amazed how
it stood up.
Yeah, and actually, I think I was actually thinking I maybe even prefer it to a Russell's 15. I think we should pour them because they're kind of like older whiskeys, and if we take too long to pour,
sure.
Yeah.
So let's go by age.
By age, yeah.
So 22, 20 Russells. Rhetoric 22, Barter House.
Should we do it in the way they're here? That might be easier.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rhetoric 22 on the third glass.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll just let these open up a little bit while we talk about them. So yeah, as I was saying, I think the reason why this is an interesting lineup is that I think even though they're from different distilleries, and you can probably give us a little background on these.
Sure.
I do feel in profile they are very related in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
That when I put them next to each other, I said there is a chance that I may have mistaken the Rhetoric 22 with the Russell's 15, at least on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of reminding me of the same notes.
Sure. To my point, the first time I had Russell's 15, that's exactly what I thought as well. It reminded me of a Rhetoric 22, but higher proof. Yeah,
and then the other thing is, from a pricing perspective, I think this in secondary is now like $575 to $600. These still can be had for, well, probably definitely under 400, right? Like $350-ish.
Yeah, between 300 and 400.
Between 300 and 400, depending on how you get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can tell us a little bit about like these two.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you said something interesting. They are similar in profile, and again, Russell's 15. One of the reasons why I thought it was so special to me was because it did remind me of old school bourbon. It reminded me of like this dusty bourbon that we just don't really get anymore these days, and that's immediately why I thought about these two. So Rhetoric 22 and Barter House. And I think that they're often overlooked is because of the proof. So a lot of people just stick their nose up at it because they think, oh, it's just low proof, it's too expensive, it's nonsense. But if you ever get a chance to try it, I urge you to try these two specifically. As to what they are, so from what I understand, these are from the original Bernheim distillery. These are barrels that were obviously found in these old warehouses, and it was further aged at the Stitzel-Weller warehouse, which is owned by Diageo, and they were bottled in 2014. Some people think that it's pre-Fire Heaven Hill. It's not pre-Fire Heaven Hill. It's from the Bernheim distillery before it was acquired by Heaven Hill. So these are 90s Bernheim whiskeys bottled in 2014.
They are quite proofed down compared to the other one, right? 45.2%, which is on the lower end of where you would see bourbon usually.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that it is proofed down.
I think it works for them, though, to be honest.
I don't think that you're losing a ton of flavor. at the given proof.
I would be curious to see what they would taste at a higher proof, but I don't know if we're missing anything, to be honest.
Yeah. I agree.
Versus this, I mean, it is a blind, so it will play into it because this is 58.6%.
Sure.
So that's fully 13.
It's a higher proof, but again, the concentration of flavors you get with these older Orphan barrels is so high that I don't think that we're not sacrificing anything here in terms of flavor, even though it is a significant proof difference.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they're both from Bernheim Distillery. Okay, and this one in particular is interesting because it's one of a series of them, right? There's 20 to 25, so 6 of them.
Yeah,
and they basically took, was it the same batch of things, and how did that work? Because
so Diageo basically just wanted. They wanted the consumer to see how 1 year apart will change the profile of a bourbon. So that's why they age it from 20 all the way to 25. So every year you get a difference. 22 is I've had most of them. 22 has always been my favorite. But yeah, that's
I wonder how that would work, right? Because one of the things that you have to do when you do that, it's not like they had the exact same barrel,
right,
and they just waited, right? So, and it is there's enough of these bottles that it makes you think it must be a batch product. It's obviously not a single barrel product.
No, it's not a single.
So I just wonder how they pick the barrels, right? Do they try to blend them? Obviously, they wait until the year is up and then they blend, right? So it could just be. I mean, it's an interesting experiment to do the age thing, but unless it's exactly the same juice in the same barrels, it's hard to know if is it just because they picked different barrels and blended it differently, or is it from the age?
Right. Yeah.
But anyways, how come this particular one was your favorite out of all of them?
Well, like I said, I haven't had all of them. Okay. I've had most of them. And this to me just was the perfect balance of spice, and it was not over oaked, and it just hit me perfectly. I just really, really connected with the Rhetoric 22.
Okay.
And there is, and if we're comparing it to the Barter House, because this is also Bernheim, there is some speculation of this being a lower rye mash bill versus the Rhetoric 22. There's, again, it's all spec, that maybe the Rhetoric 22 might have a slightly higher rye content. But this is all speculation. No one actually can confirm this.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you think they're about ready to be, or do we need to wait longer? I mean,
no, we can cap it. We'll cap it, and we'll mix it, and then we're gonna nose it for a while, anyways.
Yeah.
So,
full disclosure, I did burn my tongue on coffee earlier in the week, so I'm a little bit off, but hopefully not big enough that it'll make a difference.
Amateur over here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I was getting nervous mixing 3. Do you have any hopes here?
I mean, I really am rooting for the lower proof, cheaper whiskeys because, they're easier to acquire, honestly. And as you know, I'm very curious about older stuff because I don't have a lot of experience in them. So it's kind of cool that you can get that. They're kind of unknown in some ways, right? Because they do have a bunch of series. They put out even Scotch and grain whiskey and all sorts of things. So it's not like the average person doesn't probably know what they are, or
and it doesn't help that Diageo can be a bit secretive.
Right.
And they're not very forthcoming with what they do.
Yeah, but they're definitely sort of a hidden gem, sort of.
I think so. I think so. I think that these are. I think some people, they will talk poorly of these. I think it's because of the proof. Because it's very popular these days for you to love hazmat whiskeys, and personally, I think hazmat is so overrated. Yeah. So I think that by all means, hate on these. I'll buy them.
Right. They do have a couple in the series that are extremely expensive. Like there's Old Blowhard and
which is also
Old Prophet or something.
Oh, Lost Prophet. Yeah, Lost Prophet 22. That's the George T. Stagg whiskey, not the BTAC, but whiskey from the George T. Stagg distillery.
I see. But what is Old Blowhard? Why is that one the most
I think that's also Bernheim, I believe.
Why is it so much more expensive than all?
I think that's the 26 year. I think it's just because of the age.
But the Old Rhetoric is also 25 year. It's not that expensive.
But that one goes up to 1 more year. Remember in Spinal Tap, this one goes to 11. I don't know. That was 26. Okay. There's a 28 year, but I think that one is like the Canadian one. I think I'm not 100% sure.
If the price is so much, I'm guessing that it must be better than the 25, much better than 25. It's literally double the price for 1 year. It can't be.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is an unpopular opinion. Lost Profit 22, the George T. Stagg whiskey, that one goes for a lot of money, and I don't prefer that to these. I prefer these every single day.
Okay.
So, then again, it's Buffalo Trace.
Right.
Shall we?
All right.
To history.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh man, that's so nice.
That's just beautiful.
You know, it kind of it's such probably a stupid thing to say. It kind of reminds me of like the old Blantons, the 1980 Blantons.
Oh, like 80s Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, the 80s. There's something about like that dusty, vanilla note that is sort of like very clearly dusty note.
Right. I agree. This smells like whiskey that doesn't exist anymore.
It's also quite perfumey, like a nice cologne or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of like that oak and like the leather, and there might be a hint of perfume in there as well. I agree. But that barrel char, there is a barrel char here that is just so incredibly sweet and perfect.
Yeah. This is definitely not Russell's 15. I'll tell you that. Even though I love Russell's 15, I don't think this is Russell's 15. But I've only tried both of these like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one it would be. But it's just really nice.
Oh man, should we nose them all first?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Actually, we should probably not spend too much time on the first nosing, because then you just go all in and use all your
sure. Oh my god.
senses on that first one, and then comparatively,
this is sweeter.
Interesting.
This is so much sweeter.
I'm getting more. I was getting more sweetness on the first one.
I mean, they're all very, very sweet.
Actually, now going back from this to this, you're right. I get a bit of a rye in that first one. Okay, let's see. See, I don't know which one is Russell 15.
I told you. This is exactly my point. Sam was concerned about there being a massive proof difference. I'm telling you, it is not very obvious because it's so concentrated in flavor. So concentrated. I mean, I have an idea as to which one it is, but I don't.
I think it's the middle one, because it does burn your nose a little bit. These don't burn your nose at all, even when you go a little bit harder. But no, sorry, this one does a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm completely confused.
Good. All right, let's give it a mouthing.
Okay. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Come on.
Just the right amount of oak and
just the right amount of everything
and sweetness. Yeah. It has actually quite a bit of fruity notes in there as well, which is surprising.
And that finish goes forever.
I do feel that this is one of the lower proof ones, though.
But look how long that finish is going.
For me, the finish was not as long as I expected. Maybe I didn't take a big enough sip.
Or you didn't let it marinate on your palate enough.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's really, really good, though. It's amazing. I do want to try the second one now. Any other specific notes on that first one before we move on, actually?
This one, that barrel char, the sweetness barrel char definitely comes through on the palate. There was a hint of fruitiness, maybe like some kind of a berry. And it goes on forever, but it tails off into like almost like a bitter coffee. Like a sweet and bitter coffee in the very, very tail end. That is just perfect for me.
All right.
To me, that is like one of the definitions of perfect bourbon for me.
Okay. All right. Let's do
Maybe one more sip of that one.
Okay.
Just one more sip and leave it on your tongue for a little longer. This one warrants one more. It's just beautiful sweet oak, vanilla sweet oak. That's why I think it's perfect, because it's not sweet and it's not just oak. It's homogenous.
Yeah.
They're
very
integrated
well
perfectly together.
Yeah. I agree.
And you just don't get shit like that anymore. It bums me out. Second sip is even better.
Yeah.
Like it didn't lose. You know how sometimes with lower proof whiskeys, the second sip you kind of lose a little bit of like the mouthfeel. This one you didn't lose any at all, at least not for me.
It actually has a good amount of like spices as well to like sort of make your mouth water. Right. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Moving on.
All right. Second one. Okay, that's very clearly Russell's 15. It's, I took a bigger sip and it's the proof, dude. Like,
but it's not better.
I do think it's better though.
I don't think it's I don't.
I'm a bit of a proof hound then. It just, I feel
it's not. I don't think it's better.
Really?
Mm-mm. Yeah, the proof is there, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily better.
I feel like it makes me feel a little bit more, and it does make it last longer. Like it does, like just linger way more for me.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's. Let's see. I don't know how to describe it. So the thing I feel is like from an enjoyability perspective, right? It's just depends what you're in a mood for.
Sure.
If you're in a mood for something like much bolder, then this is gonna hit spot more. You know.
If you want more proof, this is obviously going to hit you more. Because I think that this has more proof. Absolutely, it does have more proof, but I don't necessarily, because the proof that I got was like a little hint of sharpness, and I don't necessarily think that that's a good thing.
That's fair.
You know.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't need another sip of that. Again, it's great. I want to move on to number 3.
Sure, let's do it.
Oh my god, that to me is just perfect bourbon.
I like the first one more on the nose, but let's see how this does on the palate.
Come on, dude.
That's really, really good.
That is insane.
It's more spicy than the first one.
I think
which I kind of enjoy more.
Yeah. I think I know which one that is too. That is better.
I think so.
It is better than Russell's 15.
Yeah. I don't know if this one is better than Russell's 15, but this is definitely better than Russell's 15.
Dude, that goes on forever.
This one actually does go on forever.
Yeah.
So
it's still going. Like I want to say stuff, but I'm getting interrupted by the long finish of
this vanilla note. It's so nice. I like it so much.
This one is spicier.
It is.
It has more spice. I'm still experiencing that finish, and it is longer than that. The second glass.
This is surprising, given how much lower proof it is. Like 13 percentage points, 26 proof difference. That's impressive. Yeah, for me, this is the clear winner. I think I would put actually what I think is the Russell's as number 2 though. It's not close though. I think this is like way better.
I agree. Let's go back though.
Yeah.
Take a sip of water. Let's go back. That's insane whiskey. That is insane whiskey.
I hope it's the 22, not the Barter House, because the Barter House is more expensive.
I think it is a 22.
Okay, good. Okay. You did mention that it's more rye.
Well, that's the speculation. That seems to be what people say, given this particular.
This is so good as well, though.
I don't think that the Russell's 15 is better than that. I don't. I disagree with you. I have only one left.
I didn't say it's better. Comparatively, actually, the Russell's is. You're right. It's sharper.
It's imbalanced in comparison.
In comparison, yes.
Dude, come on.
I mean, it's sacrilege to call it imbalanced, but
this is perfectly balanced whiskey.
Let me go to this again. I have a little tiny sip left.
And I do think it. Well, I think it has a longer finish. I think the Russell's 15 has the shortest finish here.
No, I don't. I think this has the shortest finish. The first one has the shortest finish for me.
You think so?
Yeah, and by quite a long way actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have.
Yeah. For this is my order. Like, I think this is clearly number 1. I want to try to trade my Russell's 15 for whatever this is.
That's my order.
Okay. And that's like the order of difference.
This is great whiskey. We would be so lucky if this was readily available.
But it's not. It's like $600.
So I don't want to make it seem like this is bad. None of these suck. But this is just not as well. You know me, I like balance. I like things that are very well integrated, very well balanced. In comparison, when you're drinking whiskeys from a different era, you really start to see small amounts of flaws and a little bit of imperfections in this here. It's good, but it's just a little. It drinks hot.
I mean,
and I know you agree with me. You agree with me You just want to put that second, which is fine. Do whatever you want. But I do think that
I think
these
this
two are
one is
better.
lacking a little bit for me.
I don't think so.
I mean, for me.
Sure. Listen, it's not as good as this one. That's for sure.
I think it's not even close. I think that one was like so good.
This is just not balanced in comparison. This is balanced.
But like, let's believe this out. I think it's just so much higher proof that it's like it confuses me. These two are same proof, similar profile. I prefer the nose on this, but then once I had the palate on this just lingers on and on.
This is an absolutely incredible whiskey. This is an incredible whiskey.
It is. I think like this is like actually like my favorite bourbon.
Ever?
I think so.
Yeah, I would not be shocked.
Yeah.
I love this whiskey so much.
And you know, the problem with Russell's 15 is it never does well when we put it next to other stuff. But I think this was a fair lineup because you're putting it up against two things that are lower proof. And not only are they low proof, they have very similar nose that, you know, on the nose it's hard to really tell the difference.
Russell's 15 for me is something that you just drink on its own. Just enjoy it on its own.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're having it, don't compare it. Just have it by
itself. Yeah. Comparing is fun, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad whiskey if it doesn't win. I mean, just because this is last place for me doesn't mean it's not good. Yeah. I have multiple of these.
Let's do the reveal because we actually don't know what they are yet.
Well, let's reveal this one, right?
Okay.
Because we know this one is clearly
Russell's.
Russell's.
It's got to be Russell's. So yeah, this is number 1. Yes.
Yeah, that's Russell's 15.
That's number, and we're guessing that this is number 2 Barterhouse.
I think it might be. I think.
This is number 2 Barterhouse.
Barterhouse.
Yeah, makes this number 3.
Rhetoric
22.
It's the best. It's the best, dude.
All right. I'm really curious. Like, I should. Yeah, I think I want to try to get more of those. That's just too good not to have backups.
And it makes sense. I get why now in the blind, it did come off with the higher rye content because it did have more spice.
More spice, yeah.
And I kind of softly mentioned it to Sam as we were blinding it. I can see why certain people have expressed their feelings about this being a higher rye content because, yeah, I agree.
Cool.
This is my order.
Awesome. Yeah. Our order is a little bit different, but we really agree on number 1. So
it's not even close.
Yeah, the number 1 is like definitely not close.
Jesus, how many Rhetoric 22s are we going to buy now?
Well, we'll see.
Now, does it compare to the Beacon?
That's a good question. I don't honestly,
a blind for another time or now.
I think we should just put it in. Like, let's try to.
You just put it in the Russell's 15
Yeah, I
glasses.
think it'll be close enough to the Russell's that like we'll. Yeah, I'm curious to know.
Are we pouring a little bit more of this? Yes.
Yeah, sure. All right.
I mean, just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't have Beacon, right?
Beacon is here.
Okay. It's the Beacon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So you refer to the Beacon as the Bacon?
The Beacon.
The beer can? Yeah. So
if you say beer can in an English accent, it sounds like you're saying bacon in a Jamaican accent. Say it. Beacon.
Beacon. So for the longest time, instead of beacon, we were calling this beer can.
Yeah.
And then every time I say beer can now, I just feel like I'm Jamaican. Saying bacon. It is better than Russell 15. It's like it's like sweeter on the nose, you know? It has like a more well-rounded, yeah.
Balance. There's no sharp edges.
Yeah, not at all.
Ooh, there's like a little cola note. A little bit of like a carbonated cola, not even a flat cola.
I think I'm gonna trade away my Russell's 15 for another bacon. I love the bacon so much.
That's better.
The Rhetoric?
No. How dare you? Better than the Russells.
Yeah, the nose on this again. This reminds me of that old school like Blanton's notes. And then like, but obviously the palate is like way better than Bland's, but like the nose sort of reminds me of that.
It smells old. That's the thing. Yeah,
old school vanilla.
Yeah, it's kind of like
the old school vanilla is different. I don't know why.
It's just a different, it was a different method back then. It was just better in a weird way. I shouldn't say. It kind of reminds me of like my favorite whiskey in the world is old sherry whiskey, old sherry Scotch, as we learned from the 66 Boona. This kind of reminds me of not an old sherry Scotch, but like old style of bourbon. Is when you have it, you just kind of know it immediately, you know. Can the Russell's 15 kind of get you close? A little bit. Maybe like if you don't compare it to anything.
Mm-hmm. But the Beacon is better than Russell's 15 for sure.
I think so. Again, well-rounded. There's no sharp edges. It's just a very, very nice whiskey.
Yeah, I want to try to get more.
Especially now when the Russell's 15... Yeah, dude, that's better. Especially now that the Russell's 15 just keeps going up in price. Just get a Beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
But then again, this is even cheaper than the Beacon, so...
Yeah.
And it's better.
I think it is better.
Yeah.
Oh, you already tried it?
Yeah, it's better.
Still holds up?
Mm-hmm. Even though it's like lower proof, you would not know that that's like... what? Compared to the Beacon is like 59, right?
59, yeah. 118 proof, I think.
Yeah, 118, 59. So
it's not even close, dude.
It's like fully 14% more alcohol, but you can't.
It's not even close.
But I guess that's kudos to also the Beacon that like with 14% more, it doesn't come across as 14% more.
Rhetoric 22 is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a hidden gem, a sleeper for sure.
So you might want to erase this video.
Well, I'm going to only put this after I've acquired a few.
After he gets 15 more of these fucking things.
I actually got a good
price dude, that is so good. That is so good. That is so good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's perfect. It's perfect bourbon.
It is.
Because it got the vanilla, it's got the caramel, it's got a hint of fruit, it's got the barrel char, it's got the spices. It has every stereotypical thing that you love in a bourbon done perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
I would love to give this to a real proof hound.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's just like, I only drink, hazmats.
Yeah.
I would love for that person to try something like this and tell me that like, no, it sucks. It's low proof.
Yeah. I think we found well, unfortunately this can't go in the list of best bourbons of the year, but it's like bourbons of all time.
For me it is.
Yeah.
Sam called me crazy when I said this is better than Russell's 15. He goes like, you're out of your mind.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
I knew. All
right. Well, kudos to you, my friend. That is quite a discovery.
Yeah.
But for now, I think I'm kind of disappointed now in Russell 15, especially after the most recent bottle that I opened. So I might see if I can get my open bottle, trade away for a Beacon or,
I would trade it for a Rhetoric.
I mean, I should get more than a Rhetoric, right?
I would get a Rhetoric 22. If you can trade that Russell's 15 for a Rhetoric 22, and there will be some idiot out there who will do it because they don't drink low-proof whiskey, I would do it. In a heartbeat, I would do it. But
we even went a little bit off, right? I think this should still like be worth like at least $475 or something. This is like more like $350.
Yeah.
Top of the range is $350.
Yeah.
It's more like $325, $300. So it's a no-brainer that this is the better whiskey.
Not even close.
Okay. We've been rambling on too much, so we're gonna wrap this episode up here. Thanks again, Ralph, for bringing these amazing whiskeys over and lending your expertise.
You are entirely welcome. Happy to be here.
All right. Cheers, man. See you guys next time.
Cheers.
Drink some water.